talking about it on Shea Baby TV.
D-Block, true.
Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shea Baby's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the 5%. All right, so let's get into Shannon Sharpe now. We got like another half hour left, so let's get into this. Dr. Umar is back in the building. Here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. It's lit.
What about Shannon Sharpe?
Shea
Him
Baby.
getting sued for $50 million by a white girl, a 19-year-old white girl.
It's interesting, Art, because last week I was at FDMG Academy doing some walkthroughs with some potential floor contractors because we still have to get the floors covered up. The concrete where we remove the rugs, that has to be covered up with tile. And so I'm in Wilmington, Delaware, outside of the school, and all of a sudden, my phone started going off. It started going off. I don't know if this was Monday or Tuesday, because Tony Busby, the attorney representing the alleged victim, Gabriella Zuniga, or should we call her Gabriella I Love to Sue Ninjas, but that case was entered into court Sunday, a week from yesterday. And so I think I was at the school on Monday.
D.
It
Willer,
must have
what's
been
poppin',
Art.
my
Monday
boy?
or Tuesday.
Welcome back,
So
my
my
boy.
phone is going off,
Shea Baby.
and I'm getting all these texts. Shannon Sharpe has been Snow Bunny. Shannon Sharpe has been Snow Bunny. Dr. Umar, Shannon is being accused of the unthinkable. And it bothered me because, as you know, me and Shannon Sharpe have had some back and forths over the internet, never directly, but obviously me speaking to him and him speaking to me about, you know, his position that he don't date black women and that he prefers Caucasians. And of course, being who I am, respecting all women, no matter
Harlem
what the
Romeo,
color,
what's goody?
but I believe black men need to be black women. And given the fact that Sean Puffy Combs finds himself in a situation he's
Smash
in,
them like buttons, y'all.
and R.
Smash them
Kelly
like buttons.
finds himself in a situation he's in, and Bill Cosby finds himself in a situation he's in, and of course, Sean Carter freeing himself from false allegations that Tony Busby had lodged against him, you would think that in the aftermath of all of these sex assault cases that's going on, that Shannon Sharpe or any black male celebrity for that matter will conduct themselves in a more responsible manner. So I'm not here to beat a man when he's down, obviously, because as I've made it clear on social media, okay, to the disappointment of many, I stand with Shannon Sharpe. And I stand with Shannon Sharpe, Art, for one reason and one reason only. And that is because what he did in having a relationship with a 19-year-old Snow Bunny is not illegal. And so dealing with the American court system, morals has no place in it. Morals have no place in American law. If it did, we would have never been enslaved. So in a court of law, it's about whether you broke the law. It's not about whether what you did was right or wrong. And so I'm standing with Shannon Sharpe because I don't want to see his life destroyed like Puff, like Kelly, like they tried to do to Carter, like they've done to Cosby. I don't want to see this happen to another man.
That's a fact.
And because she was not legally a child, although too young for nearly all of us to feel comfortable with the man of his age dating her, it was not against the law.
All right, let's stop him for a second. All right, real quick. I agree with what he's saying. We don't want to see a black man down. But why y'all niggas keep doing this with these bunnies? I tell y'all these baddies is the old black joints. And the Spanish mommies. Even the white joints is bad too, the old joints. But the older joints is bad. What are y'all doing out here, man? Nasty work, man. I don't agree with that, man. It's nasty. It's disgusting. It's a fact. I just don't see what's the point of it, y'all. Again, this is the 1,000th time. You can defend them all you want, Dr. Umar. The real facts is this is nasty what he did. Yeah.
him to be with this 19-year-old. So what do we know about this situation? According to Gabriella Zuniga, she met Shannon Sharpe at a gym in Los Angeles approximately 2 years ago, 2023. Now, Shannon alleges that he tried to present her with an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, which every celebrity should require from anyone they engage with. Well, guess what, Art? She decides she's not going to sign the NDA. That right there was a warning to Shannon Sharpe that this 19-year-old, who you shouldn't be dating anyway because of her age, because of her race, you need to end this. If she don't want to sign an NDA dating a celebrity, you know what that means. That means if this doesn't go her way, she's going to expose you. Shannon Sharpe should have ended it right there. The problem was she fit his type. Obviously, Uncle Shay Shay, he likes Caucasian women, as we all know, and he likes them very skinny, which I didn't know. And the reason I'm saying that is the pictures that are floating around the internet on Gabrielle Asu Ninjas is pictures of a very petite Caucasian woman who, not being disrespectful when I say this, appears to be built like a 13, 14, 15-year-old child.
What?
She doesn't appear to be developed like a woman. She doesn't appear
Nasty.
to be a woman who's in childbearing age. There's no curves on that body. There's no lumps on that body.
Damn.
And according to her, allegedly,
I don't get it. Why do you guys with this bread want to have Ethiopian? No, shout out to the Ethiopians. But y'all want these? Why? God damn! Like I said, cellulite. There's nothing wrong with the cellulite. Give me there's nothing wrong with some pounds on you. You can have some rolls on you, man. It's fine. Yeah. I don't understand why these niggas going for these chicks that's looking like they snorted up a whole bunch of bricks.
Shay baby.
Yeah. I don't get it. This is disgusting.
Yeah. And Sharpe told her that if she would lose enough weight for him, he would buy her some artificial breasts. Now, that's very puzzling to me, Art, because she's already extra skinny, extra petite, no booty, no breasts, no nothing. Why would you want her to lose any more weight? So from that, we can gather that Shannon Sharpe's type is an extra pale, extra skinny Caucasian. He definitely don't like them 5'5" thick in the thighs like Dr. Umar. He don't want butter almond. He don't want butter pecan. He don't want fudge, cinnamon, mahogany. He don't even want African vanilla, African butterscotch, African lemonade. He wants some pale and skinny. I want them brown chocolate and curvy. So anyway, they engage in this BDSM relationship. It appears that both of them allegedly are sadomasochistic. They are into BDSM behavior, bondage, domination, submission, and humiliation. That's what BDSM means. Now, some people are asking the question, Art, why didn't Shannon find someone a little older? Why didn't Shannon, with his money and his fame, find an older white woman or older black woman, even if you went with your 30s, even if you went with your 20s? Why didn't Shannon, with his money and fame, get a woman who was a little bit more mature? I'm going to tell you why I think he didn't get a woman who was a little bit more mature, Art. Number one, he's not interested in women who are a little bit more mature. But also, Art, you and I know that if you get you a sophisticated black woman, and I'm assuming it's the same for the Snow Bunny Mafia, but if you get you a sophisticated black woman, she ain't going to be doing all that freaked out stuff early on in the relationship. You're going to have to earn that if you get it at all. If you understand what.
And you know what? I have no problem letting you earn it, ma. Because you know why? Because it's like this. I don't understand these guys. These girls, pause, they blowing their brains out and all of this stuff. They're receiving. Ma, how many tops have you topped? You just the ultimate topper. have you been topping? What's your top number? Is this safe for me? That's the thing out here, man. I don't get it. So I have no problem with a black chick or, telling me I gotta wait and let me earn it. You know what I mean? Now, I do tell you this though. A lot of black women do get cheated on because they are, I'm not doing none of these things, and you gonna earn it. And then there are some horny men out there who go out there and, they all getting in the strip club, they all getting top. So that's another thing you ladies gotta think about, what you won't do. There's a thotty out there that's gonna do it, but it goes vice versa though. What you won't do, there's a nigga out there that'll do it the same way. We know this. So that's why we gotta work together. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta wait for them black girls, man. You gotta wait to get freaked off like that. Patricia ain't just gonna be up here going, Corey, good looks. Appreciate you. 100%.
Shit, baby.
So yeah, Patricia ain't gonna just go ahead and just, come to town, give you top right off the bat, going crazy on it, all types of sloppy. Even though she says she ain't down with the hot tour. You know what I mean? Even though she said she is down with the hot tour. But, it's still nasty work. Right, Patricia? Nothing wrong with hot tour, right? I'm now understanding why you stay in the gray area with some situations. I see the ladies in the comments.
Shit, baby.
Yo, G Willa, chill out, my dude. Now the ladies, they rock with me, man. They rock with me. That's a fact. Shout out to the ladies. They love me. I love them too. Shout out to the ladies. Let's get back to Don Umar real quick, though.
I'm saying, ain't no black woman I know, not no black woman of respect, whether she's a celebrity or a regular working class sister with a 9-to-5 trying to make ends meet. She is not going to be engaging in BDSM behavior unless you put a ring on it. You either going to put a ring on it or you're going to pay her up front. And it appears that in Shannon's relationship with Gabriella, he wasn't taking care of her financially, Art. It does not appear that he was taking care of the Snow Bunny financially, because if he was, why are there texts of her asking him for $10,000? If you are a multi-millionaire celebrity, king of the black podcast amongst the celebrities, you on, News One, you're on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, you on ESPN, Fox used to be on Fox Sports, whatever the case may be, you got money. Why is your side piece, your jump off, why are you not taking care of her? He broke the first rule of being a player as a celebrity.
You broke the
keep
rules.
them happy so they don't destroy you.
You keep
them happy so they don't expose you.
So they don't
and
expose
he
you.
was not taking care of her financially. That was the big mistake. But she was okay with that, Art. Why? Because it appears that Gabriella allegedly was looking forward to having Shannon Sharpe's baby. She kept talking about getting pregnant. And then Uncle Shay Shay made another mistake because he says to her in the text message, if I still F with you around my birthday, if I still F with you around my birthday, you can remove the IUD. So Art, he's having unprotected sex with a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. Illegal? No. Stupid? Yes. But here's where it gets even more critical, Art.
Wow.
By telling her she can remove her IUD.
My nigga Shannon Sharpe put the IUD in there. That nigga said, baby, he looking for that free recreation. That free recreation is something else.
Yeah, baby.
That nigga wanted the free rec. He said, I need that free play, boo-boo. That's a fact. He even put her on the plan B. He put the IUD in her.
Yeah, baby.
How you not even gonna pull up with the plan B? You go get the whole IUD. Mind no plan B, you going with the IUD.
Shake, baby.
People always think it won't happen to them till they super caught up. Yo, Patricia, how long the IUD last for? That's like 8 months to a year, right? Once you put the IUD in you, it's like, yo, not all in that pause. Pause, but that's what she was saying. Give me the IUD. And she put it in her?
Shake, baby.
Shannon Sharpe is finished. Finished. He is not the sharpest man ever. He's goofy. Yo, Corey, he's a straight goofy, my dude. Not only are you on the phone talking, you putting the evidence in him by even, okay, the evidence in you is going to be the DNA. You're nutting in this girl, my nigga. You are nutting in her? That's crazy. Shannon Sharpe moving wacky, bro. Real wacky D Willer. He's moving the wackiest out here. The wackiest.
Shake, baby.
If you still messing with her around your birthday, you're giving her false hope. You're giving her false hope. And what you're doing, Uncle Shannon Sharpe, is you're turning this from a transactional relationship with benefits.
Dolores, what's good, boo-boo? We ain't seen you in a minute. See, D Willer? The ladies is pulling up.
Sex for cash, and you're turning this into a legitimate romance. When Shannon told her she can take out the IUD, which automatically implies it's okay for me to get pregnant now, you automatically led this woman into thinking she was going to have a long-term relationship with you that would involve a child. Now, you and I know, Art, that something psychologically and emotionally had to be wrong with her, because why is a 19-year-old OnlyFans snow bunny thinking she's going to get married to or have a baby with Shannon Sharpe? It don't make sense. Why would he give you a baby and have to walk around letting the world know I impregnated someone younger than my own daughters, almost old enough to be my granddaughter? He's not going to do that. For her to think he would tells you that she had the mind of a child. Wishful thinking,
Shout out to Nisha in the
imaginary
building.
thinking without
Another
a lot of
baddie in the
common
building.
sense and logic. So let's go further, Art. This whole time she's telling Shannon, I want this big black baby. She says, I always wanted a black baby. Now, time out.
Shout out to Traveling Man. What's goody, my boy? That's a fact. Yo, ladies, say what up to my man D Willer. D Willer say he pulling up in the building. Ladies, say what up to D Willer. That's a fact.
Why does a 19-year-old snow bunny says she always wanted a black baby? You always wanted a black baby for what? Because you didn't want a black baby to raise it, because you're not black. Why would you want a black baby given the hell that black people suffer in this country? I believe she was trying to sweet talk him into the pregnancy. I believe she was trying to sweet talk him into the pregnancy.
Appreciate
and
you,
then
Dolores.
what she said, you better get used to it. She texted him, Art, and she said, you better get used to me, because once you put that big black baby in me, you ain't never getting rid of
D
me.
Willer, the ladies is
She
on
said,
you, D
you better
Willer.
get used to it. Because after you put that big black baby in me, you ain't never getting rid of me. And I think that was the text message that scared Shannon Sharpe. When Shannon got that text message, when she said, after you put that big black baby in me, you ain't never getting rid of me, that's when he knew he was dealing with a psycho.
Word.
And I think from that point forward, he started trying to separate, failing to realize that you didn't do this to no sister. You did this to a privileged white girl, OnlyFans model or not. She is a privileged white girl. What black men need to understand in America are that they still don't
That's a fact, D
understand.
Willer is lit
It
in
doesn't
here.
matter if the white woman is homeless. It doesn't matter if the white woman is strung out on drugs. It doesn't matter if the white woman is a prostitute. It doesn't matter if the Caucasian is an OnlyFans model. She is still a white woman in America. And if she accused you of doing wrong, you will be brought down and disgraced as if you were accused by Hillary Clinton herself. And so Shannon Sharpe, not recognizing the political implications of this private sexual relationship, he gave her the weapons that she could use to destroy him. So first it started with, put your black baby gravy in me. And first of all, Art, I don't want us to gloss over the fact that she is objectifying this black baby that she wants to have. Why not just say, I want your baby? Why not just say, I want a beautiful baby? Why not just say, I want Shannon Sharpe's baby? No, I want you to put a big black baby in me. She's almost calling him ugly. And she's almost calling the baby ugly too. But what I want black men to understand, not that black is ugly for us, Art, but black is ugly for them.
Damn.
And so what she's doing, she's objectifying this baby even before she's impregnated. And this is important because black men need to understand, Art, that white women don't like us. They fetishize us. White women don't like us. They fetishize us. And the problem with the Negro, the problem with the coon, the problem with these politically unconscious, sexually thirsty black male celebrities, Art, is they can't tell the difference between a white woman who favors you and a white woman who fetishizes you. White women don't favor black men. White women fetishize black men. So moving on, Art. Tony Busby is suing Shannon Sharpe in court, Las Vegas, Nevada, Clark County, for his client, Gabriella Zuniga, I sue niggas, on 2 counts of civil violation. Number 1, he's being accused of intentional infliction of emotional distress. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. And number 2, he's being accused of 2 counts of sex assault. So you got intentional infliction of emotional distress and 2 counts of sex assault. Now, check this out, Art. Some people are asking the question whether or not I believe that the white power structure involved itself in this lawsuit. People are asking whether or not I believe the elites of the world put themselves or had some influence on this case. And I believe they did, Art. I'm going to tell you why.
Omar's cooking.
Gabriella allegedly told Shannon.
Yeah, he is.
Let's back up.
Corey,
She sent Shannon a text.
Corey, I ain't gonna lie. Omar's cooking today. He cooking on this one. Yeah. This one, he going off. I ain't gonna hold you.
And she said, I need $10,000. She sends Shannon a PayPal link for $10,000. Uncle Shay Shay says, I don't hit the Cash App. I got 10 grand for you when I see you. Gabriella says, I need it now. I'm broke. Uncle Shay Shay said, I'm not sending you no money electronically. 10K when I see you. So guess what she does, Art? Gabriella tells Shannon, take a picture of the 10,000 and text it to me. Guess what she was doing, Art? When she asked Shannon Sharpe to send her a picture of the $10,000, she was setting him up right then. She was setting him up with the 10K. What do I mean, Art? Prostitution is illegal in Clark County, Nevada.
Damn!
Prostitution is illegal in most states.
He's done.
So the reason she wanted Shannon Sharpe to send her a picture of the money so she could have him arrested for solicitation of prostitutions. She plays dirty, brother. She plays dirty. She was lining up her ducks already when she said, send me what black man you know, Art, going to send a 19-year-old OnlyFans snow bunny a picture of $10,000. You know what that looks like? It looks like I'm paying you for sex.
Word.
That's prostitution.
Niggas dumb.
Puffy is being accused of that. R. Kelly was convicted of that. And the other thing she tried to get him on, Art, is the Mann Act. The Mann Act is a federal law that makes it illegal to transport women across state
No.
lines for purposes of sex.
Hold on, D. Willer. I'm glad you mentioned that. This is 100% facts. I always say this, D. Willer, and I want you to understand me because this is the second time you in here, D. Willer. Ladies, I'm glad you're showing my man D. Willer love. That's like me bringing my nigga to the club. Hold him down. But anyway, one thing you gotta understand about me, and then people that's been around, they know this. I am not against them. I'm not like these YouTube niggas that's running my mouth on here trying to be against these people and talking bad about the artists to get my views up. I don't do shit like that. That's number one. Let's start from here. I got platinum and gold plaques back here. I understand that. I am these niggas, my nigga.
Shake, baby.
And this is real. You know what I mean? So I just report the news and we talk about it because I got me a little fan base and people that rock with me like y'all, and I respect y'all. But I agree with you. Dr. Umar is, Shannon Sharpe is his man. So he's coming at this pause like how I am too. Just covering it, talking about it. We all know this girl set Shannon Sharpe up and this is foul. When is this gonna stop to the to our people, man? When are y'all niggas just gonna say, you know what? Let's just give the money to our people. You niggas is 57 years old, Shannon Sharpe. You should not be going through this, my man. I definitely don't want to see no black man go through this, especially at no 57 years old. This could ruin his life. This could cause him to have a heart attack. The nigga's not a young child. He's 57, man. He's supposed to be relaxing. He just got $100 million deal that they just clipped him for. This is nasty. Pierre. Oh, Pierre, this interview is the art of dialogue and Dr. Umar, but we get back to it.
When Shannon Sharpe relocated to Las Vegas from Los Angeles, she followed him. When Shannon Sharpe relocated from California to Nevada, she followed him. If she could show that she was paid to cross state lines to have sex with this ex-NFL superstar, he could be accused of breaking federal law. See, the Mann Act art was created in 1910. And guess why the federal government created the Mann Act? To try to incarcerate the first black heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson. Remember, Jack Johnson was our first popular snow bunny hopper, right? He was the first black man who openly, even before it was acceptable, openly ran around the world with white girls. And so the U.S. Congress, 2 years after he became heavyweight champion of the world, 2 years after Jack Johnson became heavyweight champion of the world, the U.S. Congress created the Mann Act. He became champion in 1907, 1908. They passed the Mann Act in 1910. And by the way, Art, the Mann Act is also known as the White Slave Traffic Act. The White Slave Traffic Act. So she tried to get Shannon Sharpe to send her a picture of the money, Art, so she could get him arrested for prostitution, state charge in Nevada, and so she could get him arrested on the Mann Act, the White Slave Traffic Act, federal crime. She was playing dirty. But Shannon didn't fall for it. So guess what she does? She decides, I'm going to record the next sex act that we have. And when I record the next sex act that we have, I'm going to engineer this, allegedly, I'm going to engineer this to make it look like he SA'd me.
DT9,
so
what's
Art,
goody?
she tapes it, she videos it, and allegedly, this video, the audio, has her telling him to stop. He allegedly doesn't stop. But guess what? When you listen to this, it sounds as if he could very well be continuing because she is a BDSM freak. If you are normally having aggressive sex art, if you are normally having bondage and domination in submissive sex, if you are having sadomasochistic sex, how do you know when it's sex and how do you know when it's assault? When does the sex stop and when does the assault begin? And it appears to me, Art, that she didn't have a problem with him sodomizing her. She had a problem with him not using a condom when he did it.
Okay, so, yeah, I don't know why he would do that, but this is the crazy thing. That's unbelievable to me. What's up with the BDSM tying her up and all of this nasty work and all of this? What's wrong with these niggas, B? What's wrong with these dudes? Oh my God! Listen, this is what I thought. I'm just going off the vibe of how, you know, what happens, I guess, in my life or what's been around me. I thought that, you know, like, you supposed to be these niggas, like you stars and all you guys, that they supposed to be wet and open from the moment they sit in the car, you pick them up, they come to the crib. What's up with the tying them up? How is this getting, like, I kind of want to say, like, a girl turns you up on how her emotions, on how she's feeling towards you. These girls are fanned out. They supposed to be unbelievably freaked off and doing all types of sex should be enough. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm getting too deep into it, but sex should just be enough. Why we gotta tie them up? Why we gotta use baby oil? Why we gotta record the sex? Why do we have to make pornos? Why we have to make tapes? Why we have to use baby oil? You know, why we have to wait at McDonald's like R. Kelly? What's wrong with these niggas? And I'm being for real. I'm not even trying to kill them because, you know, like I said, these guys are the goats to me. You know, Shannon Sharpe, come on, I came up off him, you know, playing football. You know, we got Diddy with the hip hop in the 90s. You know, you got R. Kelly. Come on, I'm still putting on R. Kelly when I'm trying to do my thing. I got R. Kelly on when I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That, you know, I'm not trying to body these guys. I just want to know, where does the freak stuff come in? Like, why? We all thought, we all know we got sexual points in our life that we just want to freak off. We know that. But then you got the real freaks that want to tie people up and fuck with the baby oil. I don't get it. They wanted that 50 word, Patricia. They wanted all of that work, right? Like, what would Patricia think if you know, like, I slid in her DM, I say, yo, Patricia, I'm on my way to Ohio to come tie your ass up and beat you with a strap your ass down to the bed and punish you. You with that, Patricia? You with that, Patricia? But that's what I mean. That's crazy. D. Willer, come on, D. Willer. Tying them up, putting on all black, strap. Beating them with straps? That's crazy. I think it's all about personal power and control. Yeah, man. This is what I'm saying. I just don't get it. You know, this is the Francis Brantley. What's goody, my boy? Been a minute. Shout out to Francis. That's another thing. I got a good memory. How I remember all of the people that pop up. You know what I mean? That's how much I know. You know, I appreciate and show the love to the people that show love to the Platty. 100%. I'm just good with names and faces. I always been. That's a fact. But yeah, man, we rocked out today, man. Dr. Umar! Let's give him an applause today, man. Dr. Umar, you know, today he was cooking. I'm not gonna lie. Dr. Umar was on his shit. You know, he's one of them dudes that, you know, sometimes he goes crazy, he goes overboard when he starts getting crazy about white people and stuff like that. He's like my man, the smart guy. But these guys are talking facts, man. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? So, shout out.